favorite way, what I'm world renowned for, is through the armpit or the axillary approach. It's generally a small incision about this big for the saline. For a silicone, they come pre-filled so that you can't roll them up as small. I have to have a little bit larger, maybe an inch to an inch and a half. And it's a true armpit incision all the way at the top of the armpit. My second favorite way is one called a peri-areolar. What that is the nipple's in the middle, and the dark area around the nipple is called the areola. Where that dark area meets the light area of the breast, on the very bottom, is where you could hide an incision, also only about an inch long. And from there you could put the implant in. Those are my two favorite ways. Positioning, meaning is the implant underneath the breast tissue or subglandular, or is it placed underneath the muscle or submuscular? Decision on whether or not to put it on top or below the muscle really depends on the way that your breasts are now. That we decide when I see you and we look at your chest and see if there's any asymmetries, if there's any droopiness or things like that. That would make a difference of whether or not we go on top or below the muscle. There's two basic implants that you should know about. There's either saline implants, which are these two right here, or the silicone implants, which are these three right over here. The saline implant is filled with salt water. The silicone implant is filled with a silicone gel. If you actually feel a breast, the silicone is a little bit more natural, a little bit more like breast feeling than the saline. The saline is a little bit more watery, a little bit firmer, in my opinion, than the silicone. If you have any fears at all, any worries or anything, I always tell people go with the saline. When you're deciding on implants, right here I only have the round ones. These are the type that are most commonly used and the ones that I use myself. There are different shapes. This one is called a moderate profile. This one is called a moderate plus profile, and this one is called the high profile. What is the difference between them? Basically, the difference is that the moderate profile is a flatter, pancakey-like implant. I rarely ever use this one now. It has the least amount of projection, which is a distance from the table out or from your chest out. The moderate plus is the middle one. They're all the same size, these three, but the difference is it's a little bit narrower here, but it has a little bit more projection and a little bit more fullness. This is one of my favorite implants. On people who want to go very large, or on smaller girls who want decent cleavage and decent projection, you can't put a larger implant in because it's going to end up by your armpit. And every time you move your arm, you're going to be touching it with your arm. So the best one for that situation, this one, which looks a little bit more implanty, is called the high profile. In the body, this high profile has a little bit of pressure on it, so it's shaped more like this. And this one is much narrower, but has the greatest projection away from the chest.